Hey there, everybody. This is CP Cards and Dice with Tony Porter. Good to be back playing Fall Classic Baseball. Probably my favorite game right now. I missed out playing Fall Classic over the weekend. I was involved in some printer issues, getting my printer back up. I went from a regular cable internet to a fiber, Google Fiber internet, and I had to reconnect all my printers, and it was a whole thing. So I got sidetracked, and then I played a little Pine Tar, I played a little Deep Drive, I played a little time travel baseball, and now I'm back to Fall Classic. Probably my favorite game right now. It's really it does it all when you now that I've been playing a Fall Classic for about a month and a half, and I went back to some other games. I really kind of feel like, man, I miss playing Fall Classic because it makes everything so easy. The most complicated things, Fall Classic just makes them a breeze, and that's what keeps you in the rhythm of the game, and it keeps the drama going. And I really, really like Fall Classic Baseball. It does have almost everything that you could see in any game system, but it does it really, truly effortlessly, and it's very, very impressive. And I got an added bonus today. ID Jesters in the house and Bears Den. Good to see you guys. And I got an added bonus today of TOPPS baseball cards. This is, takes us back to our youth. This was the thing that we so loved at when we were, kids, having those colors and those cards and the uniforms and so on and so forth. As you can see here, I have today's starter, Matty Keough. He's got a TOPPS card. It has a little green hat. It says pitcher A's on it. In the back, of course, it tells you about his height and his weight. The APA cards were developed with this idea in mind. I noticed that in the back, his name is very in large font, ginormous font. Sometimes I really like when cards actually have a player's name in large font. This is not too bad. It's bold and it's fairly big compared to everything else on there. I would like to see it a little bit larger. I just like that better. But that's a personal taste. It tells you everything he did up till 1980, because to get the whole 1980 team, I'm replaying 1980 Billy Ball. You got to buy the 1981 season. That's what a lot of people don't realize. You got to get the 1981 season if you want to get the whole team that finished, the 1980 season. So if you buy the 1980 baseball cards, then you're going to get the 1979 team. Why? Because they take these pictures in October. So the team's still together with the team they finished up with that year, but then they also have traded sets. Now, I have a few sets of TOPPS, complete sets. I have 76, 77. Then I have 78, which is, I bought the 77 to represent the 76 and the 78 to represent the 77. And I have the 1970 to represent the 1969 Mets. And I get all the Mets except for one, and that was the third baseman. Can't remember him right now off the top of my head, but he had retired, right? He retired, and he was no longer with the team in October. So really, they didn't have. I had to grab his 1969 card, representing the 1968 season, for him to be on the Mets. So anyway. And the great thing about, you get to see the players, you get to see the uniform. This is an odd year. They took some strange pictures. Nobody, some guys, they're kind of looking away. They're just sitting, um, disconnected from, I guess, the photographer. The photographer just going around the dugout, I guess, or wherever, or around practice, because these are taken in October. I guess for some action shots they would take them. Some of these have people in the background, so I'm not totally sure where they're taking these. But I know earlier on they were taken in October, and I believe that these are probably hard to say when these are taken. But here you got Jim Essien, Mickey Klutz, Rick Langford. He's one of the star pitchers. Brian Kingman. Some of these are just straight up portraits. Ricky Henderson has a terrible picture. Take a look at this shot of Ricky Henderson. I mean, that's not a good picture. First of all, the shade, the lighting is terrible. Half his face is in the dark, and the other the right side of his forehead is really shiny and bright with sun bouncing off it. Philip Reynolds, someone needs some motivation. Arm, leg broken, aka RJL 518. Robert. Ed Charles. No, Robert, he's taking a break. He's recovering, recharging his battery. So this is a cool part of I think what we do, and having the ball players there. And every so often I'll take a look at these guys and I'll say, okay, wow, great. There's a lot of action shots. Jeff Newman, Tony Armas have nice action shots of swinging the bat. There is a crowd of people in the back, so they don't have that for everybody. And he's gonna be, so it's Matty Keogh. Let's see where we have Keogh. What we did with Keogh here. Matt Keogh will be going up against Ed Figueroa. Eduardo Figueroa from Puerto Rico. Come to Puerto Rico, is a beautiful island, and you drink Ron Bacardi, Cuba Libres. And it's Ed Figueroa with the Rangers. It's a blue hat with the red bill. And here's Eddie. He's looking kind of haggard. This is his last season in the majors. He struggled monumentally in this season. He had let's see, innings pitched 49. His ERA was almost 6. So the A's have a little bit of an advantage today. We're going to get started. But I'll take Pat Putnam. He's playing. Buddy Harrelson is on the Rangers. This is the last year of his career as well. But he's starting, actually. He played has a bunch of bats. Not really that many, but he has been starting in the last couple of games. John Grubb, Jim Sundberg, John Henry Johnson, Jim Kern, Danny Darwin, Bump Wills, Fergie Jenkins, Kenny Clay, Billy Sample, Jim Norris, John Ellis, Charlie Huff, Dave Roberts, Buddy Bell, Adrian Devine, Richie Zisk, Steve Comer, John Matlack, and George Medich. So we're going to put these to the side, and these are always cool to look at. We're going to get started. It's going to be Matty Keogh facing Mickey Rivers. We are in Oakland at the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum, and we're going to roll. It's going to be Mickey Rivers leading it off, the center fielder. He came over in 1979 for the Yankees. I don't know if that was a good idea. They replaced him with Bobby Brown. Mickey Rivers had quite a year, actually. He batted .333 in 1980. So he had a great season. Had 210 at bats. He stole 25 bases. His base stealing was cut down, pretty much by 1980. But he still batted .333. So and Bobby Brown was nowhere near 33. I think Bobby Brown batted .270. So they lost 60 points off their batting average. It's going to be Mickey Rivers, John Grubb, the right fielder, then Al Oliver, the left fielder, batting third. Batting fourth is Rusty Staub, the DH. Legrand Orange is on the Texas Rangers in 1980. Pat Putnam, the first baseman, power hitting Pat Putnam. He's playing first base. Jim Sundberg at catcher. Pete Frias, the third baseman, batting seventh. Batting eighth is Buddy Harrelson, the shortstop. He was Tom Seaver's roommate for many years. And Mike Reichert, I believe is how you pronounce the name, at second base. And On the mound is Ed Figueroa. And here goes. Pitch to Rivers. It's a 21. And that's going to be an out. I'm going to pull a card to C. And that's a ground ball to short. Picked up by Piccolo, the shortstop. And he throws out Rivers by half a step. Rivers can really fly down that line. Here comes Johnny Grubb. He's a left-handed hitting right fielder for the Texas Rangers. And we're using iScore. You can see it there. You can see me manipulating that. And that's a 42 off of Grubb, and that's a blank. We didn't roll for Keogh, so we don't know where he's at, and we'll do that right now. And then I'd like to have let's see where I can write that information. I have some paper on the side here. All right. So let's roll for Keogh, and that's a 10. So he's going to be a B. So Keogh is a B. Clark, make that. There you go. And then we're going to roll for Eduardo Figueroa. He will be a C. All right. So that's a 42. It's going to be off Keogh, who's a B, and that's ball 4. So Keogh loses John Grubb. And that's the first base runner of the game for either team. The A's haven't batted yet. That's a 43. Al Oliver. That's going to take us to the B column, and that's going to be an out. It's going to be a ground ball, second base, and there's one play. McKay over to first, 4-3. That moves the runner over. So runner in scoring position with one out right now. Philip Reynolds, Ed Charles. That's it, my friend, Ed Charles. I blanked out on that. Yeah, but I bought, you see, to get the 69 Mets, I had to buy the 1970 set. And in 1970, he wasn't there. So, because they take the final picture in October, and I guess he didn't show up because he had retired by that point. He didn't care to take the picture, so he wasn't part of the Met team. So I had to buy his 1969 card. I have him in my 70 set, but it's his 69 version. Guess we just got a package from Texas. All right. Very good. I thought it was going to take a little bit longer than that. All right. A live unboxing. All right. Cool. I gave you a little extra there with the, I don't want to tell you, but you got more than cards, you know. I think it's a nice little collector's item that you can save, and it'll be nice to have. And I think you'll like it. All right, let's see. Rusty Staub with a runner on a second, 2 out. Here's the pitch from Matty. Keogh checks the sign with Jimmy Sundberg, and that is a 65. Uh-oh. And Rusty Staub, that's going to be off the pitcher home run. So we're going to have to do a roll. It's 1-12 here. There's no negative on Rusty. He did have 9 home runs and 340 at bats, so he has some power. Proportionally, it's about 20 home runs in the season. So we're going to have to roll 1-12, and that's a deep drive to right center field. Back goes Armas. Does he make the catch? And yes, Armas makes the catch at the track. It looked like he would have potential to go out, but the wind must be blowing here in Oakland, Alameda County Coliseum. It's going to retire the side. So Rusty gives it a ride, but stays in the park. All right, here's Eddie Figueroa to Ricky Henderson. That's a 63, and that's a blank. We go to Eddie's, and that's a ground ball to the first baseman. One away. Dwayne Murphy's next. That's a 54. That's our wild chart. It says sky high. Rain chart. Roll a D6. 1-5. Clouds are moving in. I'm not doing rain today. So it's a pop up to infield, and it's Buddy Harrelson right there. 2 down. After setting all this up and waiting days to play, imagine rain's out, and I got to figure out what I'm going to do. That would be a drag. 3-3. That is going to be a line drive base hit. Oh, no. Wait a second. Mitchell Page with a 3-3. You'd think that's going to be a line drive base hit, but no. It is going to be ball 4. So he walks, and he's always a threat to steal. And he is a 13. Sundberg may have a -2 if he has a strong arm. And Sundberg, no, he has an average arm, so it's 1-13, and with 2 out, arm is at the plate. We're going to run with Page. There he goes, and the throw down, and he is safe under the tag. So he's in scoring position just like that. A walk and a stolen base, and here comes Tony Armas. Big power hitter for the Oakland Athletics. Here's the pitch, and that is going to be a 56. That's a swing and a miss at a high fastball, and Armas strikes out to retire the side. All right, and that is the first inning. It is 16-22. All right, Pat Putnam leading it off. He bats from the left side. Let's make him a lefty. Here's the pitch from Keogh. That's a 21. And 21 results in a line out. The pitcher, Keogh, self-defense, saves his own hide on the line drive. 1 down, hit it on the screws, but right into Keogh's glove. And here's Jimmy Sundberg, right-handed hitter. That's a 33. That's a line drive base hit, left center field, cut off by Henderson. Sundberg not a threat to steal. Slow runner, actually. Hold on a second. Let's fix this. And here's Pepe Frias. Pepe Frias with a 242 average bat. 225 at bats. Here's a pitch to Frias. That's a 61. That's a blank on Keogh. It's going to be a strikeout. So Frias chases a slider outside. 2 down. And up comes Buddy Harrelson. And that's a 36. That's a blank. We go to 36, and that is an out. It's going to be a ground ball to third. And Wayne Gross over to McKay for the force to retire the side. No problem, dude. No problem. That's the least I can do. No big deal, man. Guys send me a lot of stuff all the time. Can't keep it all, so. All right, here's Wayne Gross. Wayne Gross is interesting. He's got home run at 25, which is unusual against righties. He hit all his home runs against right-handed batters. So the splits are there, you know. But their splits are more done for things that really stand out. And it's a 14, and that is going to be an out. It's going to be a fly ball center field. On the run is the center fielder Rivers, and he tracks it down. Got a good jump on that ball. Mike Davis is next. He's a left-handed hitter with a 36. That's a blank. And a 36 is going to be a – this is a hard one to identify. So wild pitch, then a single. There's no wild pitch, so I guess this becomes a single, automatic single. There's a wild pitch in front of it, so that would happen first. So if there was a runner on base, you get a wild pitch, then you get a single. No runner on base, I guess there's no wild pitch and there's a single. But he does have a steal attempt. So Davis is a 13. It's going to stay at that 13. I didn't use the 18 from what I understood. Did I use the 18? No, I did not, or did I? I don't think I did. I went 36. 36 on Davis was a blank. Then I went 36, and it was a single. Now at 18. There goes Davis, a throw down from Sundberg, and he is out at second base. The tag by Richard. So it's a 2-4. Caught stealing. So you live by the sword and you die by the sword, my friends. And here is with 2 outs. Here's Jim Essien. And that's a 15, which is going to be a fly ball to right field. Towards the line is Grubb. He gets under it, makes the catch. Grubb is like food? Is his name Grubb or Grubbs? I think it's Johnny Grubbs, isn't it? With an S. No, it's Grubb. Johnny Grubb. All right. Top of the third, Fall Classic Baseball. Probably one of the top 3 games on the market right now. For sure. So if there's anything you're thinking about getting, definitely get into this game, test it out. You can, I believe, test it for free. I'm pretty sure you can test it for free. Yeah, actually, I downloaded about 8 or 9 months ago. I downloaded this game, but then I got, sidetracked. No surprise there. And this is a 25 off Richard, and that is a line out to the third baseman. So hit on the nose, but Gross leaps and comes down with it. Great catch by Wayne Gross at third base. And here's Mick the Quick. The lineup turns over. And pitch from Keogh. That is a 56. That's a swing and a, oh no. He makes contact. And that's a fly ball to left field. Ricky Henderson, can of corn, 2 down. Normally that's an out, but Mickey Rivers doesn't strike out that often. 66, John Grubb. That's a drive off the bat of Grubb, and that's going to be off the top of the wall. Played by Murphy, gets it into Piccolo, and Grubb is into second base with a 2-out double. So the Rangers have a runner in scoring position. I'm down to my last 5 games in this replay, and then we're going to look for another team to replay. I'm thinking we replay something in 1980 season. So we get more use of the 1980 season, which is don't play one team and that's it. Because you're not playing all the games. You're just playing 32 games, and it goes by really fast. Al Oliver with a runner on second and 2 outs. He's a lefty. I got him in there as a righty. Let me switch him. Because I only do the 9 batters I need. And then I add as I go. Here's a pitch from Matty Keogh, and that is going to be a 26 against a righty. That's a line drive, base hit, center field. Let's see if Grubb can score, and runner on second scores if arm in right field is W or an A, or if there are 2 outs. So they're waving him home, and the throw from Armas is cut off. RBI single, 1-0 Rangers, thanks to Al Oliver. I remember him with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Do you? Rusty Staub. Rusty Staub drove one deep, and it was Armas on the track that hauled it in. That's a 53. That's going to be a range play. But re-roll the 6. That's almost automatic that it's caught by someone, and this is going to be the right fielder's range. Is actually a 15. So this is a drive in the gap. After it is Armas. Will he get there? Yes, he does. He runs it down. Great play by Tony Armas. Flashing the leather in the outfield. Again, Rusty Staub's been robbed twice. Here's Dave McKay. And that is a 36. And Dave McKay on Figueroa, and that's going to be a ground ball, base hit single. And McKay with a 10 stolen base opportunity. And there he goes, and the throw down from Sundberg. He is out. Again, another Billy Ball, and McKay is thrown out. 2-4. 1 down, just like that. Piccolo with a 32. That's a blank in the 32 as they drive down the line into the left field corner. Bounds away from Oliver. Picks it up into Harrelson, but into second base is Piccolo with a 1-out double. Tying runners at second base now for Ricky Henderson. Here's a pitch. That's a 24, and that is going to be a potential hit by pitch. And, oh, he gets plunked. So that puts runners on first and second. And Henderson staring down at the pitcher. Staring down at Figueroa, but Figueroa doesn't care. He's got spunk, but he knows he's out. He's on the way out. Ed Figueroa, his last season. What a trade that was for the Yankees. Holy smokes. Eddie Figueroa from the Rangers. I believe, no, it was from the Angels for Bobby Bonds. Right? Bobby, it was Mickey Rivers and Ed Figueroa for Bobby Bonds. Those were the trades. Those were the trades that made the Yankees and helped the Yankees make it to 76 World Series. They got Doc Ellis and Willie Randolph for Doc Medich. Medich was a nothing. Doc Ellis went on to win 17 games. And Willie Randolph, what more can you say? He became the Yankees second baseman. Dwayne Murphy with one out here, runners on first and second in the bottom of the third. It's 1-0 Rangers. Playing fall classic baseball. It's 2D6. Oh, that's doubles 55. And Dwayne Murphy going to be a line drive base hit. Will the run score? And what's going to happen with Ricky Henderson? Let's find out. F batter to let's see. All right, there's going to be an assist involved, and we are going to roll. We're going to roll another D6. Let's use something that stands out a little bit. Let's do like a right here. Ebony. He has a strong arm, so I believe it's like, actually, no, we're looking at assist. Assist for Armas is 1 to 5, I believe, in right field. Yep, 1 to 5, and he's, oh no, wait a second. It's not Armas out there. It is John Grubb out there, and he's a 1 and a 2 is out at the plate, and it's a 4. He is safe. And going to third is Henderson, and into second base on the throw home is Murphy. So that is a single RBI for Dwayne Murphy. Sends Henderson to third, and Murphy, of course, makes it to second base on the throw home. And now second and third, it's Mitchell Page. Now I'm going to intentionally walk Mitchell Page to create a double play opportunity. Bringing up Tony Armas, the powerhouse for the Oakland A's, with a base loaded and 1 out. Here's a pitch. And that is, oh, I threw that one. I don't have to throw that one. That's a 56. That's a swing and a miss at a high fastball. Ed Figueroa bringing it. And on the gun, that's an 84-mile-an-hour fastball that strikes out Armas, who's way ahead of that. And here's a lefty hitting Wayne Gross. And here's a pitch, bases loaded, 2 out. That's a 51. That's a potential error. Nothing on the KD check. It's a 15. We're going to roll it again. Oh, Jesus. We're going to roll it again. What did I say? A 51 is a ground ball to the shortstop. And who is that out there? That is Harrelson. Will Harrelson make the play? And yes, he does. Flips to the second baseman, Richard, and that retires the side. 6-4. Nice play by Buddy. And the A's score a run. They tie it up, but they leave the bases loaded. They failed to capitalize on what should have been a big inning for them. All righty, Pat Putnam, the lefty. And here's the pitch. And that's a 41, and that's a blank. We go to Keogh. And a 41 is base on balls. Leadoff batter on. He is slow. They have a lot of slow-footed guys on this Rangers team of 1980. Where were you in 1980, my friends? Where were you? This is a 13. Jim Sundberg steps into the box. A 13's got an X on it, but this is going to be a fly ball right field. Tony Armas backing up, and he's there. Back to first is Putnam. 1 away. Here's Pepe Frias. Here's the pitch. That's a 26, and that's a line drive, and caught by Dave McKay at second base for the out. And here's Buddy Harrelson. 1 out, 2 out, and 1 on. That's a 16. That is an out. It's going to be a ground ball to third base. Gross goes to second, and they force him to retire the side. We go to the bottom of the fourth, all tied at 1. Matt Keogh versus Ed Figueroa. Eduardo Figueroa de Puerto Rico. He is from Ciales, Puerto Rico. Home, Guaynabo, Puerto Rico. Born in 48. Terrible last season. He was 0-7 in his last season. He was a 20-game winner in 1978 for the Yankees. Won 19 games in 76 for the Yankees. So as a Yankee, he had about 50. He had over 55 wins in 3 seasons with the Yankees, in 4 seasons with the Yankees. He had 60 wins in 5 seasons with the Yankees. Not too bad, because the last two seasons with the Yankees, 79 and 80, were shortened. So actually, the Yankees traded him in 80. They gave up on him. They sent him to the Rangers, and the Rangers, he just did miserably with the Rangers. His ERA with the Yankees was around 7. So that's a cool thing about having these cards. You get a little bio action on the players. You get a little better of idea of, what was going on with them. Here's Mike Davis against Eduardo Figueroa. That's a 61. And that is a ground ball, I guess, or a fly ball. Let's see. That's a ground ball to the first baseman. Putnam steps on the bag. 1 down. Next is the righty Jim Essien. He's the catcher today. That's a 51. That's going to be some sort of an error play on somebody. Ground ball second base, and Richard boots it. Yes, he does. Richard boots it. He's got a 5 there. We rolled a 2. So it's an E4, flashes on the big scoreboard in center field. Oh, I don't know if they have a big scoreboard in center field. I hope they do. Runner on first, then 1 out, and here's Dave McKay. Switch hitter, bang from the left side. That's a 16. That's a swing and a miss at a curveball. So Ed Figueroa bringing the junk here. He's showing off all his pitches today. Here's Rob Piccolo with a 55. That's a line drive base hit. Essien will be going to. He's not fast. Hold on a second. He's average, I believe, and he'll make it to third base. So it's going to be first and third. Oh, he is fast. First and third with 2 outs. 1-1. In the bottom of the fourth. Rangers at Athletics. Here's Ricky Henderson. So we turn over the lineup again. Third at bat for Henderson. He's 0 for 1. He walked and he was hit by a pitch and grounded out. That's a 31. That's a blank. Off Figueroa. That's a ground ball and through into center field. That's a run. So the A's take the lead 2-1 thanks to Ricky Henderson. And runner on first. Going to try for third. Actually, no, he's going to hold. He's going to hold. It says with 1 out, assist, but there's 2 outs. So I guess only with 1 out would there be an assist, not with 2 outs. Oh, wait, let's go. Let's not do that. Let's undo. I don't know what happened there. Wait a second. Ricky Henderson with an RBI single. All right. Here's Dwayne Murphy with first and second and 2 outs. 2-1 A's. Ed Figueroa on the mound for the Rangers. And Murphy's 1 for 2. He's got a fly out and a single. That's a 21. And that's a swing and a miss. And that retires the side. Alan Shaw, welcome, my friend. How are you doing? Here's Mike Rich. I'm having trouble pronouncing this name. I'm not sure. It could be Richard or Richard. It's like a French name. It may be Mike Richard. I have to I should look it up. There's no reason we can't do that. Let's. But baseball pronunciations are different than the actual French pronunciation, because a lot of times the baseball players, they just okay, Richard. That's how he says to pronounce it. So we're going to call him Richard. It's Mike Richard. Here's a pitch from Keogh with nobody out, leading off 41, and that's going to be a base on balls. Oh no, that's going to be an out off Richard. That saved Keogh there. It's a ground ball to the shortstop. Piccolo up with it. Low throw in the dirt, but scooped out by the first baseman, Mike Davis. 6-3, one down. Top of the order now. Let's get the sound effects. I hate to hear it quiet in the background. It's weird. All right. Mickey Rivers up now. This would be a 41, and this is going to be a base on ball. So Matty Keogh walks a guy who you don't want to walk. And it's John Grubb now. John Grubb is a decent hit and run guy. Let's try hit and run. Let me find the chart. Pretty easy to do. It's right here. And this is a 3-3, which is a 6. A 6 against a righty, against a lefty, I believe. That's how you do it. Or not really. 3-3 at ball. Runner tries to seal. SBS at his regular grade as the catcher has trouble handling it. So let's look at his regular grade. Mickey Rivers is a good base stealer. So he should have he has a 14. Can we use that 6? Did we use it? I believe we did use the 6, right? We rolled the 33 and we looked. Oh, no. Yeah, we can use the 6. So he is safe. Throw down. Not in time from Essien. Had trouble getting a grip on that ball. And Rivers gets a stolen base. Grubb still up. And let me double check that ball. That was a ball. It's 1-0. The count's a 43. Grubb. It's a blank on Keogh. It's an out. And that's a fly ball left field. Henderson. Rivers is going to hold. 2 outs now in the top of the 5th inning. It's a 42. Al Oliver's card. That's going to be a base on balls. So that puts runners on first and second. Oliver's on at first. Rivers is on at second. And here comes Rusty Staub. He's been robbed twice. 2 balls into the gap in right field. One was way back and caught at the track with his back up against the wall in the first inning. And then later in the third, it was a line shot. That was a drive in the gap, and Tony Armas ran it down with a range play. So Rusty Staub, once on a 65 and once on a range play, he's been robbed twice. All right, here goes. That's a 43. That's a blank. We go over to Keogh, and that's an out. It's going to be a ground ball second base. McKay over to first, and that retires the side. All right, we go to the bottom of the 5th. It's 2-1 A's. And it's Mitchell Page, the lefty, leading us off. That's a 36. That's a blank, and this is a ground ball base hit for Mitchell Page. Tony Armas is next. That's a 15. That's a swing and a miss. Tony Armas fans heads back to the bench with 1 out. Wayne Gross now with a 45, and that's a blank. 45 is going to be a fly ball left field. On the run is Oliver, and he gets there, makes the catch. So Gross goes the other way. And here's Mike Davis, another left-handed hitter, with a 15. That's going to be a ground ball second base. Over to first, and that retires the side. 4-3. Top of the 6th. Pat Putnam lefty first baseman. 13 home runs and 400 at bats. He's got some power. That's a 43. That's a blank on Keogh. That's a fly ball left field in the gap, and Henderson with a good jump hauls it in. 1 out. I don't know why I pulled that card. It wasn't time yet. So let's roll the dice for Jim Sundberg. Sundberg's 1 for 2, sooner than flight out. 21, and that is going to be a 1-5 strikeout, and it is. So Keogh blows a fastball by Sundberg, 2 out. And here's Pepe Frias. I put Pete. I don't know why. 26, and that is a fly ball in the gap, right field, and Armas runs it down to retire the side. Hit it on the screws, but Armas was able to run it down. We move to the bottom of the 6th. Let's see how many Eddie Figueroa can go. I know Keogh can go a long way. He can go 36. He had a ton of complete games, at 20 complete games. Eddie Figueroa can go 27 batters faced. He completed 0 games. Started at 8. All right, here's Jim Essien, the bottom of the 6th inning. It's a 13. That's going to be a ground ball to the first baseman. He's going to flip to the pitcher covering. You never see that, and most games don't grant you that. Very unusual that you can see a 3-1. And did you know that 25% of grounders go from first base to the pitcher? Here's Dave McKay with a 12. That's an out of some kind. It's going to be a ground ball second base. Richard gets to it, spins, and throws him out. 4-3. And now it's Rob Piccolo. Piccolo with a 61. And that is a grounded third. Frias. Long throw, and gets some just in time. Top of the 7th. 2-1 A's. It's going to be Buddy Harrelson leading it off against Matt Keogh. That's a 61. It's a blank, and that's going to be a strikeout. Harrelson down swinging. Here's Mike Richard. Mike Richard with a line drive base hit. Left center field, cut off by Murphy. Murphy gets it in to Piccolo. So Mike Richard is on at first. The tying run now on at first base for Mick the Quick, who batted .333. Here's a pitch to Mickey Rivers. That's a 63, and that's going to be a blank. That's a fly ball, right field. Armas makes the catch, gets it in quickly. 2 down. And here's John Grubb, lefty hitting right fielder. He's got a little bit of power. And that's a 35. That's a blank. And on Keogh's card, go to Keogh's card on that. That's a ground ball shortstop. Let's go to second for the Forest. Piccolo to McKay, and that retires the side. 6-4 if you're scoring at home. And you should be scoring at home. That's a must when you watch baseball TV with Tony Porter. Ricky Henderson leading it off in the bottom of the 7th against Ed Figueroa. Ed Figueroa's still in there. Let me check and see how many he's faced. He's through the lineup 3 times. That's 27. And he can go 27, so we're going to bring somebody else in the minute he gives up a hit. See what happens. Here's a pitch to Ricky Henderson. That's a snake eyes. That's going to be a line drive base hit for Rivers. A frozen rope to left field, played on a hop by Oliver. And that's going to be it. That was, oh, wait a second. That was 27, 20. Yep, that is it. Let's quickly look at the box score so I can see who they were using at this time. More or less, I have some idea. You know they used a bunch of pitchers. I doubt, yeah, they sure did. Dave Rasich and Bob Babcock and Sparky Lyle. Let's grab some of those guys. Let's see where they are floating around here. All right. Here they are. Okay. Let's see who we got. So these cards, until you really go through them a little bit, who's up? let's see. It's Dwayne Murphy. Dwayne Murphy's up, so we are going to bring a lefty, Dave Racich. He can go 12 batters, so we're gonna have to write in Racich because I didn't add him like I explained. But you can use Retro Sheet to upload all your rosters, so you don't have to write them in. So Racich, I still remember how to pronounce his name, and it's Dave, and that's it. That's all it takes. He is a lefty, so we're going to put him in as a lefty. Dave Racich, and he will be coming in, and he will be not, obviously he's not batting, but I have to actually go back and remove that part because I think it's an automatic. It says he bats, but then I have to just touch on it, and they'll remove him from that. Oh no, actually, where is Racich? Hold on a second. Let's see what's going on here. Dave Racich is in. All right. And okay, he's in the game. And now let me go to the lineup and see if I can fix that. Show starting lineup. Let me see if I can find him. It just announced him into the ball game. I don't know, he's not coming up here. That's weird. I'm not gonna worry about it right now. Oh, because I'm looking at Oakland. That's why he's not here. So he's the new pitcher, and he will not be batting, obviously. All right. He's going to be facing the lefty, Dwayne Murphy. And here's the pitch. And that is going to be a 46, which is a ballpark 16. And here in Oakland, Alameda, against a lefty batter, that is going to be a foul out. That's going to be in play for the third baseman, Frias. And that's out number one. Big ballpark with a lot of foul territory. That's going to hurt batting average, but it is going to help pitcher ERAs. So it's a double-edged sword. It's a blessing in disguise. 66, Mitchell Page. That is a deep drive to right field. Back goes Grubb to the track, to the wall, looks up, and that's out of here. Mitchell Page with a 2-run home run puts the A's up by a score of 2-1. Mitchell Page tags that one, drives it deep over John Grubb's head and into the seats. And takes his time, trots around the bases, and up comes Tony Armas, gives him a high five, and he moves on to the bench where he gets celebrated by his teammates. Mitchell Page connects off first pitch off Racich. Actually, no, it was the second pitch off Racich. The first one was an out. Second pitch was a home run. And here is Tony Armas. If anybody can tag a Racich pitch for a home run, it's going to be Tony Armas, who basically produced 35 fence busters in 1980. Here's the pitch. That's a 13, and we're going to see what that's going to become. That's a deep fly ball, right field. Back goes Grubb to the track and reaches up and makes the catch. Johnny Grubb stayed with it the whole way. Tony Armas gave it a ride. Wayne Gross with 2 outs. 4-1 Athletics here in the bottom of the 7th. That's the Snake Guys. And that is going to be a ground ball, second base. Richard waits back, now charges. Sidearms it to first to retire the side. The A's pick up a couple, lead at 4-1. We go to top of the 8th. It's going to be Oliver, Staub, and Putnam. There's a pitch, and that's a 23, Oliver. And he hits a hard ground ball to the shortstop, Piccolo. over to first, 1 down. Here's Rusty Staub, who's 0 for 3 today. And it's a 42, and that's a base on balls. So that's going to bring the tying run to the plate, I believe. No, actually, the tying run is on deck now. Here's Pat Putnam with 1 out and 1 on. Pitch to Putnam, that's a 12. And that's going to be a fly ball, center field, Murphy. 2 down. And here's Jimmy Sundberg, top of the 8th, 4-1 A's. Keogh with a 4-hitter so far. That's a line drive base hit off the bat of Jimmy Sundberg into left field, played on a hop by Henderson. And Henderson Rusty will hold at second base. He can risk it, but not 3 runs down. Makes no sense. So first and second here with 2 outs. And up comes Pepe Frias. Here's a pitch to Frias. And that's a 62. And a 62 is a blank. And a 62 becomes an out of some kind. It's a ground ball to the shortstop, who flips for the force at second. Piccolo to McKay, and that retires the side. That was the tying run, by the way, at the plate, but Keogh got out of trouble. Here's Mike Davis against Racich. Here's the pitch. It's a 54. That's a wild chart. Those bases empty, going to the next card. It says go to the Wilder chart. And Wilder chart, base empty, stretching a single into a double. Refer right field arm rating and roll a D6. Right fielder John Grubb's arm is an A. I checked that before. So under an A, arm gets the out at 1 to 3. Let's roll that black die, the ebony, and hits a 6. So 1 to 3, he is out. 6, he is safe. It's a double for Mike Davis, a leadoff double. Took a single and turned it into a double. Took a lemon and made it into lemonade. Although a single is not a lemon, but all right, here's Essien. That's a 26 against a lefty. That's a line drive. Base hit. Will this score Davis? No, they're going to hold him up first and third. So they're hitting Racich here. And you know what? We're going to bring in another pitch. We're going to bring in another pitcher. We're going to bring in who's the other guy I said pitched in this game? I know Lyle pitched. Let's see if I can find him. You get all the cards with Fall Classic Baseball. Babcock. And he's a righty. He's coming in. I'm going to bring in Babcock. I actually have a street right near me. It's called Babcock. And we're going to have to write in Bob Babcock. All right. So Babcock is in. He's a righty facing the switch hitter, McKay. Here's the pitch, and that's a 16. That's a swing and a miss. So Babcock strikes him out. That's 1 out, runners on first and third, and here's Piccolo. And you know what? We're going to do something crazy here. We are the Billy Ball A's. Second time in my life, I'm going to be doing a squeeze play. I'm going to try a squeeze play. It's 1 roll. Let's see. We have a good bunter, outstanding bunter, and do we have a fast guy at third base? That's the question. Better be fast, because if he's not, then it's not a good thing. It's better to be have a fast guy. He's A. So all right. Let's see. It's really keeping it nice and simple here. Let's see if we can find a chart. I know he needs at least a 3 to otherwise it's a, let's see, hold on, let me take a look at this. Uh, oh wait, I did a hit and run before. That's the bunt chart. I had it right in front of me. All right, let's see. Bunting, sacrifice, bunt, basic, optional fielders, advanced bunting, suicide squeeze. Reduce the rating by 2 if batter misses the ball. Batter gets a bunt down. Runner on third scores. If popped up, roll 6. Runner on third is out. Double play. This is great. So a pop up would be roll a d6. If less than or equal to the first, then the batter gets the bunt down. If greater, it's a strikeout. If greater than the second roll, it's popped up. Oh, if it's roll is a 6, it's popped up. Okay, here goes. 1, 2, 3. So runner on first and third, and Pichula with 1 out is going to square. We're going to roll. And, oh, that's a pop-up. This could turn into a double play. So it's may get thrown out at third base. So if popped up, roll a d6. Runner on third is out. And, oh, if it is popped up and they're going to throw it to third and they got him, double play. Yep, 2 to 5. So it's going to be basically a double play on a attempted squeeze. That's why I don't attempt those suicide squeezes. So let's see how I can do this. It's a pop up to the catcher, and then the runner on. Let's see what it said. Runner on third is out, tagged out, 2 to 5 to retire the side. Wow, that was exciting. Didn't work in the A's favor, but what are you gonna do? We're up 4-1, so it's okay to do that. Buddy Harrelson here, top of the ninth. We got to look at a couple of pinch hitters real quick. Let me take a look at the. They use Billy Sample and they use Richie Zisk. All right. So we want Sample to get on. Let's see who's up next. Richard is up next. We're gonna let Harrelson bat at 272 and 200 bats. We'll let him bat. Buddy Harrelson with a 43. That's going to be a fly ball right field. On the run is Armas, and he tracks it down. Nice play by Armas. Armas has really been everywhere today for the Athletics. All right, now we're going to bring in the pinch hitter. And who did I say it was going to be? I said they had Zisk and one other guy. Oh, Sample. Zisk and Sample here in the top of the ninth inning. Can the Oakland Athletics hold on? That's the question. Billy Sample, a righty. And he steps in the box. Keogh looks in for the sign. I have to write his name in. Actually, I put his name in first. Sample. Billy. He's a righty. And he plays with the Yankees, Sample does. In 85, he plays with the Yankees. 1 out, nobody on, top of the ninth. Matty Keogh's going for a complete game. 2 outs away. And we're going to check his batter's face limits, see where that's at. That takes just a second. He's faced 27. Ooh. He's faced 36. This is his 36th batter. He can face 36. That's his limit. All right. So let's see if we can get Billy Sample. Here's the pitch. That's a 12. And that is a pop-up. Behind the plate, Eshin throws his mask away, settles under it, and makes the catch for out number 2. The A's and Keogh 1 out away from victory using Fall Classic Baseball. What a great fun game. Mickey Rivers is 0 for 3. He's grounded out, flied out, walked, and flied out again. Here's the pitch from Keogh. That's a 45. That's going to be a blank on Keogh's card. That is going to be a fly ball left field. Racing in is Henderson. He gets there, and that's the ball game. The A's win it. Manny Keogh gets the victory. I'll read you the line score. So So Matty Keogh with the win. The loss is going to go to Ed Figueroa. Ed Figueroa. Oh, that's funny. No, I gotta go to the beginning. All right. That is very funny. All right. I see what I did there. Let me go back. Got to go back because I took Figueroa out. He doesn't show up in the system. There's little things that you do. You got to be careful, and you just got to fix them. So I'm going to undo the last play. I'm going to read and see what it was. Oh wait, I didn't redo. Let's see. Mickey Rivers flies out to left field. Undo that. Go back in and put Figueroa in there. All right, we should see it soon. And that's going to be it. He's going to fly out to left field to retire the side. And we're down to our last few games in the Billy Ball project. And it's going to be Ed Figueroa with the loss. So line score is going to be Texas. 1 run, 5 hits, 1 error. That run came in the 3rd inning. 9 left on base. The A's with 4 runs, 11 hits, and no errors. 8 left on base. And that's about it. Matt Keogh gets the victory. And Ed Figueroa takes the loss. 1980, Texas at A's. And next, I got another Texas game, I believe. And I'm going to set that up. And I will see you guys soon. This is CP Cards and Dice saying thank you for stopping by. I was 21 in 1980. Off to dinner now. Take care. Take care. 21 in 1980. I was 17 in 1980. How do you like that? Man, I had my whole life ahead of me. What a great time. I was working 2 jobs. My friends would come over to my house and they'd play APA while I was at work. That sucked. And I'd go home and they like had the cards out and the boards out and the dice everywhere. And I was like, what? I was so disappointed. I was trying to get them into it for so many years. And the minute I started working, they got into it. CP Cards and Dice, Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV, baseball TV. See you guys soon.